Hi guys, and welcome back to my Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Mentorship Corner. My name is Sibiano Mtandazo. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, don't forget to click that red subscription button down below. To my subscribers and my notification gang, welcome back guys, and thank you so much for your love and your continuous support. On today's video, we are going to be discussing my money struggles during the lockdown. I will walk you guys through how I was financially destabilized by the lockdown and how I managed to survive. This was during level 5 and level 4, and then I'll just walk you guys through it, and yeah, let's get right into today's video. So what I've done is I have separated these into 3 questions. I will answer each question as we go. So the first question is, what happened to me, or what happened in my world during lockdown level 5 and level 3. So when President Cyril Ramaphosa announced that he was going to be shutting down the country on the 27th of March, I made a conscious decision that I was going to pack all my stuff. Not necessarily all my stuff, but like clothes wise, and I was gonna head home in KZN. So I am currently working in Joburg. So I'm working and living in Johannesburg, but I am originally from KwaZulu-Natal, from a small town called Eshowe, and I'm from like a small village called Imbongolwane. So basically I decided, okay, fine, I am gonna drive home and I'm gonna go spend however amount of I'm gonna spend whatever amount of time that we are gonna be on lockdown and not working with my grandma. So that's exactly what I did. So I left Joburg and I spent the 2 months that I wasn't working, which was April and May, at home at my granny's place. The second thing that happened during the lockdown, the first 2 months of the lockdown, is that we didn't get paid. So I didn't have a source of income. I didn't have a salary. So the only amount of money that I got was money from the UIF tiers, and I think now it was just one payment. I can't remember if it was for April or it was for May. And guys, to be honest, that money was not even 5,000 rands. And to think about it, my rent alone at the time was around 5,500 rands. So that money was just not enough even to pay for my rent. So those are the 2 major things that happened during lockdown level 4 and 5 in my world. Let's move over to the next question. The second question is basically, how did I survive the 2 months that I spent at home? So the first thing that happened, there was a bit of an adjustment that I had to make because obviously I wasn't getting paid anymore. So what my mom decided is that she decided she was going to pay for my car insurance, which is around 2,000 rands for 4 months of the lockdown. So what she did was she paid for my car insurance in April, May, June, and July, so that I was going to be able to get back on my feet. So and the second thing that happened is that I had to cancel my medical aid because I was just sitting at home and I was like, okay, fine, I don't really need medical aid. I'm at home. I'm not buying medication. I'm not going to see a doctor. Should anything happen and to go see a doctor, I will just pay cash for that. I don't have to be paying that amount of money for medical aid, which is 1,900 rands. So I was like, okay, fine, let me just cancel my medical aid so that I can save that money instead of paying it out to my medical aid, especially because I didn't really have the money to pay them any which way. The next thing that happened is that my bank, my car finance bank, gave me a 3 months payment holiday, which means for 3 months, which was April, May, and June, I was not paying for my car installment, which was a little bit of a relief. They also put on hold my credit card payments for the 3 months. Actually, my credit card payments are still on hold even now, but I do pay off my credit card because it's just only like for like, I'm not gonna tell you guys the amount, but like, yeah, it's like a very, very small amount. I just got a credit card to build my credit score. Basically, that's it. And then another thing that happened is that I started the bakery. So what happened was, when I was home, you guys know the story, I kept baking because I was bored, and then my mom and gran were just like, you know what, because you love baking and you're not doing anything, just bake and sell muffins and see if people are going to be interested. It turned out we had a really, really big market which was not catered for, because our muffins really, really sold to a point where we made an amount of at least 1,000 rands for the first month that we traded, and I actually was able to have a little bit of pocket money from that money when I had to move back to Joburg. The next thing that happened is that when I had to move up to Joburg, my family bought me groceries, or they bought me groceries for the entire month of June, and they also poured fuel. They gave me money for fuel for the entire month of June, as well as money for fuel to move from KZN and drive up to Johannesburg. Not to mention that my dad actually drove up with me just to make sure that I was safe, and then he had to try and catch a taxi the following day to go back to KZN. So the last question is basically what kept me going and what kept me moving forward. The first thing that kept me going and moving forward is words of affirmation. I made a video during lockdown which was discussing the 3 words of affirmation that I live by and that always carry me through everything. The top one is the one that says, everything is always working out for me, which is a quote that I got from a video that I watched by Oprah. And like literally that every time I thought about everything I was going through, every time I was having like a breakdown, I would always tell myself everything is always working out for you, even though you don't see it, but it is, and it will eventually you will eventually see the result. And that really kept me going. Another one is basically the fact that you must be the light or see the light in the darkness, which means you must always try and spot opportunities in situations that would rather don't seem like the situations where there's opportunities. Like for example, what I then did was I started the bakery, and I may continue to make content for my YouTube channel. I was actually able to draft down video ideas for almost the entire year, until I think I jotted down video ideas for until like October, and I jotted everything down on my calendar. I could not believe it. And I also started creating content and scripts around the video content that I had, the video topics that I had for the rest of the year. Another thing I did was I continued to plan ahead, even though I knew that the future was very uncertain, but I was continuing to plan so that should things kind of go my way, this is what I expect. If things will go my way, this is how I would try and approach it. And that really helped me a lot. The last thing that helped me is basically the support that I got from my family, friends, and basically the continued support, because they're still very supportive. We're still not on level 1 lockdown, and obviously the financial damage that the lockdown had in a lot of South Africans, including myself and you watching at home, is a lot, and it is going to take us a long time to try and recover from that. And I had to just be patient and allow them to support me and allow them to show me the love and the support that I needed at that time. So guys, in all honestly speaking, I will not lie and say I was fine. I won't lie and say, no, you know what, I handled this like a pro. I didn't crumble, I didn't break down. I did break down, I did cry a couple of times, I did crumble. But what I did was I allowed myself to feel the pain. I allowed myself to live in the moment. I allowed myself to feel everything that I was feeling and go through every thought that was going through my mind. And I allowed myself to try and learn and grow from that. It was hard, I'm not gonna lie, but I had to try and teach myself to just sit, be calm, be quiet, and listen and feel and allow yourself to just be. I am still recovering financially, I'm not gonna lie. I had savings, but because last year I moved and I bought a car, I kind of used up most of my savings. So when lockdown hit, I had about 4,000 rands worth of savings, which was not enough, I'm not gonna lie to you. So right now I'm just at a point where I'm trying to just stabilize my finances a little bit better. And yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna try and have another video later on in the month, which will be telling you guys what are the steps that I then took to try and take care of my finances, to make sure I pay off stuff that I owed, and to make sure that my when I look at my bank statement, in terms of what's in my bank, what I owe, and I'm kind of happy with it. So yeah, catch me on the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe. If you guys have your own lockdown financial crisis video or like experience, sorry, feel free to drop those on the comment section down below. If you guys want me to feature you on my channel discussing those video, we're discussing basically the topic I'm discussing today, which is lockdown money struggles or crisis. You can send me a short video. It has to be at least a minute or less, maximum 1 minute 30 seconds, and then I'll see if I get at least 3 of those. I'll be able to compile them and I will drop them towards the end of the month for you guys. I love you guys a lot, and thank you so much for your continuous support through everything that I'm trying to build in this channel. And yeah, thank you guys a lot. I love you guys. Bye.